Hello and welcome to Verbling. I'm teacher Oakley, and once again we're going to be looking at idioms today. Today's weekly series, or actually this week at this time slot for the next 4 days, we're going to be looking at idioms that have something to do with the human body. So hands, feet, etc. Today's class will be more of a kind of an introduction to the human body in general. All right, we'll do this by looking at a mix of different exercises, and as we go along, I'll do my best to try to explain the situational use of some of these idioms. Some are used very generally all over the place, some in more specific circumstances, so I'll try to explain that as we go. As well, I'll try to remember any related idioms that may be used for the same purpose, and I urge anybody joining the class to do the same. Help me out if you can think of any. Or if you have ones you think are possibly related and you want to ask me about them, please do. Okay, let me welcome students to the class. Hello, Mustafa.
Hello, teacher. Good to see you today, or this week, or first time this week.
Good to see you as well. Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, and hello, Anna. How are you?
We missed you yesterday, teacher. We missed
Yeah, I
you.
really wasn't feeling tip-top. Not
Oh,
feeling too
okay.
good.
Sorry.
It's okay. It happens. Anna, hello. How are you?
Hello, teacher. I'm fine. And you?
I'm okay. Thanks.
Okay.
Uh,
Nice to see you.
Thank you. Nice to see you again, as always. Okay, I'm going to do a screen share, and we're going to start off looking at parts of the body, but what is the kind of connotation of some of these parts of the body? What do we think of abstractly when we think about these body parts, metaphorically, so to speak? So we're going to start off with these non-literal meanings. Mustafa, why don't you get us started? The heart. What do we associate the heart with?
Beating, live.
Yeah, physically,
Okay. Okay.
literally, but
So,
non-literal ideas.
okay.
Which one of these
Um,
might we associate with the heart?
I guess emotion.
I guess you're right. Yes, we kind of equivalize the heart with the emotions, the seat of emotions in a person when we talk about heartbreak or broken hearts and all of that, love, all of that nonsense. We talk about the heart. Okay, and what kind of metaphorical meaning might be associated with the nose?
Maybe the curiosity.
Absolutely correct. That's right. Okay, so if your neighbor is nosy,
Yes, yes, it's true. It's true.
is it true? Do you have a nosy neighbor?
No, but it's a saying. It's a saying.
Of course.
And that in a block, for example, neighbors are very noisy about private life of of people.
All right. These words co-locate together, definitely,
Okay.
strongly. Nosy neighbors. Absolutely. I want to know what's going on, everything that's going on in your life. All right, Mustafa, what kind of metaphorical connotation can we associate with hand or hands?
Um, Okay. Hand or hand. Um, it's not curiosity, not emotion. So it is would be, for example, confrontation, maybe,
Uh, no, not so
or
much.
skillful.
Skillful, definitely. You ever
Skillful.
heard the word handy, for example? Somebody's very handy,
Yeah, handyman. Yeah, or
handyman.
handywoman. Yeah.
Sure. Someone's very handy. They're skillful at something, or maybe a handy tool is one that can do a lot of jobs. It has, or it's very good at doing a certain job. Something is handy. So yeah. Also, I think a little bit maybe hand we might associate in English with friendly and friendliness. You know, like helping hand. Give someone a hand up. I think that one may be true as well. I think that's another association we make with hand. All right, Anna, how about face?
Maybe confrontation?
Yeah, absolutely. Face the truth. Yeah, you face something head on. You confront it. You deal with it. Um,
Okay.
okay, yeah. Uh, Also, definitely English and Western, its connotation, but it could be um, also perhaps thinking of more Eastern connotation. Have you ever heard of the more Eastern or Asian idea of face? The Chinese idea of face? Anna?
No,
Really?
no, but I know more or less these idioms when you have to face with something, but what you said, I don't know. It's the first time.
Okay. Face in like Chinese culture, for example, has to do with social standing. Okay. So if you lose face, which is also an English idiom, if you lose face, people lose respect for you and you lose your social standing. This is very
Okay.
important in their culture, actually, this whole concept. It's only, as far as English and Western culture, it's only kind of borrowed from them, I guess. Uh, I suppose. All right, we've had another student join us. Hello, Nada.
Yes, hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. Okay, Nada, we're going to talk about the human head. Um, okay, what connotations, abstract connotations, can we get
Obviously,
from
top.
the head? The top, absolutely, the top. Uh, right, the head of a department, for example, the head boss. Uh, oh, very good, Mustafa. Okay, the head is the top. Also, to some, I think there's another connotation, Nada. Can you think of
Um,
another one?
well, um,
I'll give you an example if you'd like, or do you have an idea?
it could be skillful.
Well, one that's not on the list. For example,
Oh,
if I tell
okay.
somebody to use your head, what are you doing? You're not using your head.
Use your head. So
Я не
my,
смогу сейчас с тобой разговаривать, я буду разговаривать здесь.
Oh, you're
Хорошо?
cheating. You have help.
no, it's not me actually. It's another student.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Using your head. Mind, smart. I don't know.
Intelligence. Yeah, sometimes we
Yeah.
use head in a metaphorical way, you know, um, an analogous way to talk about, yeah, using using your intelligence, your smarts, your wits.
Mhm.
Okay, very good. Let me welcome Ileana to the class. Hi, Ileana.
Yeah, hello. I'm sorry to unmuting my microphone.
It's okay.
Um,
You got a
yeah,
little partner in crime there.
yes, it's my son, 3.5.
Okay. What's his name?
His name is Ivan, traditionally.
Ivan. Okay. Hi,
Yes.
Ivan.
Okay. I'm in earphones, so I use
Oh,
them so
okay.
he can hear you.
Okay. Well, you can tell him. All
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
We're now going to start looking at idioms. All right. So we're going to go, Ileana, I'm going to just start with you because you're next into the class.
Yeah.
Complete the idioms with the following expressions. Okay. So just read the sentence and fill in the blank. All right. That's
Okay.
what we're doing. So number one.
Yeah, I love my old car, but I'm having more and more problems with it. I think it's hmm, it's an all hand.
Mm, no.
No idea. Yeah. Behind my back. Confuse. Gone to have my hand.
It's not going
Oh,
to
maybe.
last.
What?
Yeah.
What?
It's not going to last long, is the idea.
Yes, maybe on its last legs.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, now we can use this for a car, an object, or we can use this for a person, um, or anything else abstract. I think the marketing campaign is on its last legs. We need to switch things up. So you can use this one very, very widely for many different things and people, and even abstract things. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more speaking form, not official, yes?
Yeah, it's pretty informal, basically.
Yeah.
I would consider it more informal than formal. Yeah, that's probably true. Okay, Gina has also joined us. Let me
Hi,
welcome you. Hi, Gina. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Okay, Gina, you jump right in if you would. And try number two here.
Okay. My boyfriend and I have always argued quite a lot, but the situation blank last week when he accused me of lying came to a head.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Situation came to a head. All right. Some type of peak crisis. Yeah, things came to a peak, something like that. All right, it's associated with the idea of to the top. Okay, now very common in exactly this way. The situation came to a head. Things got really crazy. Often, some kind of dispute comes to a head. It has to be some kind of dispute, which of course by nature disputes are negative. This is not used for kind of positive things. They're used for building negative things that build and build and build. Something comes to a head. Yeah. Okay, often with the situation, very commonly co-located this way. Okay, Mustafa, back to you. Number three.
Okay, three. I'm sorry, John, but we've to lie that we are not getting on. Yeah, we've to face the facts.
Yep. Confront the reality. Face the facts. Okay. All right. Face the facts. Something has happened or is happening. Yeah, that's the idea. Okay, when people kind of live in denial, or they're denying unpleasant things to themselves, you have to face the facts. So you use this in reference to something negative. You're not going to say, we have to face the fact that we just won $1 million. No, you're not going to say that. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, something unpleasant for sure. Anna, how about number 4? Anna, are you there?
Yeah, yes, sorry, teacher.
No problem.
I can't trust you anymore. You've been talking about me mm, behind my back.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Talking to other people about me, usually, obviously, unpleasant things. Probably not compliments. All right. Someone's talking behind your back. They're doing just that. They're talking when you're not around about you.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it. And that can anybody, anywhere, anytime. Your grandmother, your best friend, your boss, your sister, whoever. Yeah. Okay. Nada, how about number 5?
Number 5. What's the matter with you? You've changed since your promotion. I think Powers.
Powers what? What?
What?
Okay. Oh, yeah, there it is.
I think Powers gone to your head.
Yeah. Okay. Your head, gone to your head. Okay. Also, somebody has a big head. What does that mean, Nada? Somebody has a big head.
Crazy. I mean, like, not sure.
Kind of. Someone has a big head. They're very egotistical. They're very. They think they're the best ever, the best whatever. Tennis player. I'm so handsome. I'm so smart. Oh my God! I know you all love me. Like that.
So confidence, like
Yeah, overconfident.
overconfidence. Yeah.
Yeah. So if something goes to your head, it causes you to become overconfident. We say this in different ways. Something goes to your head. He's got a swelled head. Swelled, like when you get a wound and it gets bigger. He's got a swelled head. He's got a big head. I see his head growing by the minute. You're going to get a big head. Okay, there's lots of different ways to express this idiom. It's more like an idea. And yeah, big head is definitely not complimentary. Definitely, again, a negative one. Okay, moving on. Let me quickly give a shout out. Hello to Nidair. Hello, Nidair. Welcome to the class. And okay, we'll talk to you in just a minute. First, I need to talk to Ileana. Ileana, number 6. You could try that one out.
Bob is an excellent chairman. He's like controlling difficult people. I'm not sure. Maybe a good head or a brave face.
No,
Brave face. No.
No,
I think a good head.
No, I can understand why you would think that, thinking, like similar ideas of the head of being the boss.
Yeah.
Department head, whatever. The idea they're trying to convey here is that he's very skillful at controlling difficult people. And Ileana, one other thing, chairman. Okay,
Chairman.
this is a compound noun, so the first word is very high and stressed, and the second one is, if anything, underpronounced low.
Yeah,
Chairman.
chairman.
Okay. Anyway, he's very skillful at controlling difficult people.
So a good head?
Yep. What? No, not a good head. Actually, an old hand.
An old hand. Wow.
Yeah, like the idea hands conveying a meaning of skillful.
Okay.
Someone who's an
So
old
he's
hand.
he's an old hand.
Yeah, someone who's skillful with a lot of experience is an old hand at something. You can be an old hand at anything. He's an old hand at sewing. He's an old hand at building rafts. Whatever, any possible skill in the world, you can be an old hand at. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Moving on. Gina, number 7.
Ask Marianne to help you. She's got blank for figures. She's a good head.
She's got a good head for figures. All right. And this is the most common variation of this expression, a good head for figures. What does that mean, Gina? She's got a good head for figures.
That she makes easily computation.
That's right. Numbers. Absolutely. Mathematics. That's right. We also can say somebody, it's very common to say somebody has a good head on their shoulder, for example. If you have a good head on your shoulder, shoulders, plural, it means that you're logical, you make sense, you're not prone to making emotional decisions, you're very steady, got a good head on your shoulders. All right. It also has...
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
But we say the head on the neck.
Good head on the neck. Okay. Yeah, English leaves out the neck. It's there. We ignore it. Okay. Thank you. Moving on. Nader, if you're there, I'm going to read the next one here. Number 8. There's nothing I can do to help. I'm afraid blank are tied. All right. There's nothing I can do to help. I'm afraid blank are tied. Yeah, my hands are tied. Okay, if you say my hands are tied due to some other commitments or rules or for whatever reason, we use this in specific situations where we can't help somebody. Where either they're asking for help or they're implying, or the situation implies that they would ask for help. That's when you're going to use this expression. My hands are tied, I can't do anything for you. Okay, you may hear this when dealing with bureaucracy, talking to somebody in the government, for example, trying to get some kind of a permit, a building permit. Oh, I'm sorry, you're going to need Form X220-300B, and I'm afraid my hands are tied. I cannot issue the permit until you have this document, which you must apply to the government for the document, and it will take up to 8,000 years for this document to be delivered. I can't help you. I'm so sorry. My hands are tied. Like that, perhaps. Okay. Moving on. Mustafa, back to you. Number 9. Mustafa, before you go ahead, I just want to express that you wrote in the chat box, somebody snitches on you. That's different than talk behind your back. Somebody talks behind your back, somebody snitches on you, they tell an authority something that you did wrong. You tell your mother that your brother stole some cookies. you are snitching on him. I guess it may be snitching is one form of talking behind your back, but we don't generally use talk behind your back in that case. We'll use snitch, or tattletale. Talking behind your back is used more when it's you hear from a friend that your other friend was saying something about you.
Okay.
Probably negative.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Number 9.
Okay, 9. I'm afraid I'm not coming to the concert. You know, I'm not keen on classical music, and I blank 3 hours of it.
Okay.
9. Oh, couldn't face.
Yeah, that's it. If you can't face something, you can't confront it. You can't deal with it. Okay. Yeah, and that something could be anything. Okay, here is something very specific. I can't face 3 hours of classical music. Whatever. And it can mean like quite physical. I can't face my boss. I can't tell him that I made a big mistake. All right, or you can't face, like in the example here, you can't just face something you don't want to deal with. And on the opposite, okay, now you would say you need to face the boss. You need to face the truth. You need to face him. But you're not going to say in this case you need to face the classical music. That doesn't make sense. All right, so not exactly used the opposite way, exactly the same. Yeah, you would never do that. All right, Anna, number 10.
Okay. I know Jane's in a lot of pain, but she puts blank on it. Mm. Maybe a brave face.
Yes, exactly. She puts a brave face on it. That's right.
Okay.
Okay. She. Okay. What is the meaning here?
I think you show you face with the deal in a way that it seems you don't worry about the problem.
Yeah, you give the impression that you're not worried about the problem, or that you're not. We say this when in somebody's, as it says, Jane's in a lot of pain. Somebody's in emotional distress. Somebody died, got divorced, something really terrible has happened, and it's the whole thing is the idiom. Put a brave face on it.
Yes, but you can control the situation, maybe.
Maybe not. Whatever that situation is, regardless of how much you control or don't control, you put a brave face on the fact that you are in pain. That's the idea.
Yes.
You go about your regular business. You're not crying and wringing your hands, so to speak. Okay, number 11, nada.
Richard's businesses just go from strength to strength. You know, you've got to You've got to you've got to you've got to hand it to him.
Yeah, that's it. You've got to hand it to him. What is the meaning here, Nana?
You've got to hand it to him. I think when you can't control, you can't. You gotta permit someone else to handle it.
No. Actually, no. That's not quite it. Let's look at the sentence again. Okay, he's really good at business. It goes from strength to strength. You know, you've got to give him respect. You've got
to give him respect.
You've got to acknowledge him. You've got to give him credit. That's it. Credit. You've got to give him credit. Is closer, actually. You've got to give him credit.
What was the expression?
You've got to hand it to him. And we say the whole thing like that. You've got to hand it to him or her. Possibly it could be used like you've got to hand it to them if you're talking about, I don't know, Coca-Cola Company or something, or Apple computers. Right, you've got to hand it to them. They really know how to market their product, something like that. Okay, acknowledge them, give them credit. It's this is definitely it's definitely a positive thing to say. Sometimes, quite frequently, it's said with some kind of but or some kind of contrasting. Very common to say, for example, you know, I really can't stand Richard, but you've got to hand it to him. He's really got a head for business.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Oh, he's got a head for numbers. He's got a head for business. That's another strong location. So that's kind of how that one's used. Alrighty, Eliana, last one of this section, number 12.
Yes, we'll have to go to the bank and ask for another loan. You just can't go on burying in the sand any longer. I think your head.
Yeah, it got to be your head. Bury your head in the sand. If you bury your head in the sand, okay. Well, what does that mean? Bury your head in the sand.
Like an oyster. So try to hide from problems or from a situation.
Hide or ignore. Yeah, you bury your head in the sand, you're ignoring a situation or a problem, hoping it just goes away, which of course has probably zero chance of actually being successful.
Yeah.
But we do it. There was another kind of related idiom. I can't remember what it was. What was the thing where something about ignoring a problem? No, I can't remember. Okay. Okay. So don't bury your head in the sand. You have to face the facts. Those two could go together. All right. Let's try another exercise. We're going to match the idioms with the definitions. Mustafa, not exactly pass the buck. Pass the buck is for when you pass responsibility for something. Either you pass responsibility given to you to somebody else. Doesn't mean you're hiding from the problem. In fact, quite the opposite. You're dealing with the problem by giving someone else the problem. Or you made a mistake and you passed the buck. You oh, it wasn't my fault. It was Bob's fault. So you're passing responsibility. Not really the same thing. Not really the same thing as burying your head in the sand. You're ignoring the problem completely if you bury your head in the sand. You're not dealing with it. You're not passing the responsibility. You're not even dealing with it, acknowledging that it even exists. So it's pretty different. Okay, Gina, mix and match here with the definitions. Number 1.
If you foot the bill, you pay for it.
That's right. Straight up. That's it. You foot the bill for something, you pay for it. and it doesn't matter. It's often used for something like dinner or pizza. It's very commonly used that way, but it could be used for your daughter's wedding. All right. Yeah, we have to foot the whole bill for my daughter's wedding. Something like that. Okay, very good. Midair. Number 2, if somebody got your back up, what did they do? Well, that gives it away. They, yeah, it has to be they, so they annoyed you. Very common to use this in the question form. What's got your back up? Can be used in, you wouldn't use it in the first person. You would never use this talking about yourself. Oh, he's really got my back up. No one would ever say that. It's possible, second person, he's really got her back up, maybe. Very commonly in a question form. What's got your back up? Okay, Mustafa, number 3.
Okay. If someone gets on your nerves, make you angry, and it irritates you.
Yeah, that something gets on your nerves. That's the pronoun it. Yeah, very simple. Something gets your back up, it gets on your nerves. Okay, it's quite similar, but we use somebody got your back up when they do something very specific. All right? If somebody gets on your nerves, that's very general.
Yeah. Sorry, like when someone gets my back up, like I'm gonna like start to maybe argue with him and maybe start conflict or maybe fighting. Is it like this? Like maybe an action about to start. Maybe an action about to start. I'm not sure about it.
Not necessarily. Maybe you're the kind of person who doesn't fight with anyone, ever. And you can get your back up without doing anything about it. So it doesn't necessarily necessitate that some kind of argument or fight is going to start. No, it just says that somebody's really annoyed, and again, for some specific reason. You know, whatever. Your mother can really get your back up because of something she wants you to do. Well, obviously, you love your mother, and you're gonna stay with your mother, love your mother all your life. But hey, all of us can annoy someone from time to time. So this is a time-to-time kind of thing. As opposed to someone who gets on your nerves every time you're around them, every second.
Okay. How about getting under my skin?
Something gets under your skin, then it annoys you because you have a special. Okay. We use that one, for example, if you were losing your hair, all right? If you're, 20-something years old and you're already losing your hair, you're probably very sensitive about losing your hair. So me talking about you losing your hair would probably get under your skin.
Oh, okay.
Something quite specific that's going to annoy you because you are already sensitive about it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, somebody gets on your nerves. Either they just generally annoy you all the time, or we use it with specific things, but we say it. It really gets on my nerves when he picks his nose at work. It's so disgusting. Oh my God, it gets on my nerves. All right, but we're going to actually state what specific thing gets on your nerves if we're going to use it for a specific thing. But you can say it very generally. God, he gets on my nerves. That's enough. Okay, Anna, number 4.
Yes. If your heart is not in something, Letter A. You really don't feel like doing it.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. Americans change it slightly if your heart isn't into it. My heart's just not in it. You can either way. You might hear in or into, actually. Yeah, you just not really committed to it. You just don't feel like doing it. Maybe just it could be something that you just never want to do. It could be your daily routine, your normal job, and you're just one day you're just. I don't know anybody who really is excited about work every single minute and every single day. Some days your heart's just not into it. Perhaps you just don't feel like doing it. Doesn't usually it's probably temporary, but could be temporary, could be a permanent thing.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And Nada, how about number 5?
If you dip your toe in the water, you're trying something for the first time.
Yes, you are. Okay. Last week we talked about water, and we talked about this in last week's idiom classes. Right. You dip your toe in the water, or you test the waters is another way to say the same thing. Notice the form is a little strange here. It can be test the water or test the waters. Either one is acceptable. Okay. Usually, you know, test the waters is a lot. It's more. Okay, you're trying it. You dip your toe in the water. There's an added element of you're being very cautious about trying something for the first time. There's that added aspect that, you know, just one toe in the water is you're being very careful. Okay. All right. Another exercise here. We're going to be looking at idioms in this next section in the form of a dialogue, one person replying to another. In this case, you're going to have choices. You can pick one or the other of the words in italics. All right, let's just continue around here. All right, Ileana, number 1.
Yes. Do you get phone calls from companies trying to sell you things? Yes. All the time. They're a pain in the neck.
Yeah, it would sound very strange to say a pain in the back. They're a pain in the neck. There is another body part that might be used here. Yeah, that's it there. Very commonly. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Anything, and this is an extremely widely used expression, and it can be used really under any circumstances for a person, for a situation, for basically anything that annoys you. Can be a pain in the neck. Very widely used and very common. Whatever. It could be anything. It's a pain in the neck when I break my pencil lead. Okay, fine.
So is there an expression like with a pain in the back? Is it about doing something?
No. It would be very, very physical and very direct and not idiomatic at all.
Okay.
Pain in your back is just a pain in your back. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Gina, can you try number 2?
Did you know that Alan and Moira have stopped seeing each other? Yes, I do know. I do now, but I put my foot in it yesterday when I asked when they were getting married.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, definitely your foot. All right, you put your foot in it. Put your, my, whatever, foot in it is the whole expression. Yeah. You put your foot in it when you say something that's just totally inappropriate. This is a very good example. All right, I had no idea they'd broken up, but I put my foot in it. If you ask an overweight woman, when is your baby due? And she says, I'm not pregnant. You have just put your foot in it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. If you work and you take phone calls and you're talking to a customer and you say, yes, sir, we'll take care of your problem right away, sir. And she says, I'm not a man. You have just put your foot in it. Okay, you say something very embarrassing and inappropriate. Basically, um, basically, usually we use this expression when somebody says something totally not on purpose. Not like they're trying to annoy someone. It was an accident. All right, Nader is trying to ask a question. Could you say nose to mean nosy? I don't understand the question. Nosy is an adjective. If you okay, don't put your nose in my business. Yeah, but you have to kind of use the whole thing. Oh, for here, I put my nose in it yesterday when they asked they were getting. No, not exactly. No, not exactly, because you're making a mistake here. You have no idea. You're putting your nose in it if you actually said, well, Moira, why are you breaking up with Alan? You know, Alan told me that he thought you were the most marvelous woman on earth, and I don't understand why you're breaking up with him. And that's putting your nose into it. This person in this example is accidentally saying the wrong thing. They're not actually trying to get involved in Alan and Moira's breakup. That would be putting your nose into it. Okay, I see what you're saying now. Yeah. Okay, similar but different. Yeah, if you put your foot in it, it's accidental. If you put your nose into it, then it's definitely on purpose. Okay. And number 3, Nader, I'm really worried about my economics course. I don't know what to do. Reply, do you want to talk about it? It might help to get it off your what? Nader? Get it off your what? Back or get it off your chest? Nader, are you there? Yes, chest, that is correct. Very good. You get something off your chest, something that's bothering you, you tell somebody else about whatever, a problem or something that's causing you emotional distress. We do have the idea of something on your back, but usually we don't really use back. He carries a heavy burden. He's got a lot on his shoulders to mean that there's a lot you're responsible for, or a lot that you have to take care of. We tend to use shoulders more than back. If you've got a monkey on your back, you've got an addiction, very specifically. So you might try to get a monkey off your back. You try to get a weight off your shoulders if you're trying to remove something that's bothering you. Next one, Mustafa, number 4.
Okay, Jane a bit. Okay, Jane's a bit strange, isn't she? Yes, but I'm not sure what is it? What it is. I can't quite put my finger or hand on it. I can't quite put my hmm, hand is skillful, so finger on it.
Good guess. 50-50, and you're
Yeah.
right. I can't put my finger on it. Sometimes with quite, sometimes not. Can't put my finger on it. Something's bothering me today, and I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. Anything you can. This is a very, again, widely used idiom for, and you can use it for anything. If you don't know why, I think something, but I don't know why I think it. That's it. Okay, so anything that you're not quite sure why you think so.
I'm sorry, is it possible to use it for making a choice? So I just can make my choice, so I can't put my finger on something.
Okay, good question. I'm trying to think. No, I don't think so. No, it's used for more kind of abstract things. Okay, I'll try to give you another example or two. The mood around the office has changed. I have no idea why. I can't quite put my finger on it. I don't know. Everyone's so angry these days, and I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what's going on. There's something bothering my wife. I can't quite put my finger on it. She's not talking to me. So, okay, things like that, really. Not making like a clear choice. No. The idea is we don't know why we feel something. Usually something we feel, but we don't know why we feel that way. I hope that helped. I don't know. Gina, number 5.
Jill's not her usual self at the moment. Is there something wrong? I think it's pressure of work. She has to shoulder a lot of responsibility.
There it is. So, okay, I was trying to express earlier that we have a lot on our shoulders. You have to take something off your shoulders because you have too much responsibility weighing on you. Yeah, here it is with the shoulders. Absolutely. So, all right. Nader, number 6. You need to be more ambitious. You could be a senior manager if you wanted. The reply, no thanks, I don't want to elbow my way to the top like you did and lose all my friends on the way. Like you did. Woo, ouch, sting, zap. Okay. All right, you elbow people out of the way physically. You poke them with your elbow to get past them, so not very pleasant. And kind of a very negative and impolite, rude thing to do. Abstractly, same idea, but more abstract ways. You talk behind their back, you steal their ideas, you elbow your way to the top. You do nasty tricks in order to get to the top of the corporate ladder or whatever. This is used for, you're talking about business here. You can elbow your way to the top of a social club, I suppose. I suppose that's true, or maybe politics. But generally, this is used mostly for business, specifically. Lie, cheat, and steal to get what you want, basically. Not necessarily get rid of competitors, but render them useless. Do things, steal their idea, present it as your own. So you've given your idea to the boss first. Okay. Whatever. Do things, any dirty tricks, really. Okay, Mustafa, number 7.
Okay. 7. Who was that man I saw you with last night? Don't be so noisy. It's none of your business. Noisy.
Not noisy. You gotta make sure you're not saying noisy. You gotta make sure you're saying nosy.
Nosy?
Yeah,
Nosy.
Not an
Nosy.
oi sound like oil. Noisy. Nosy, as in O.
No, nosy.
Nosy. Yeah. All right. Well, we've talked that one to death already. All right. Somebody's being nosy. They're sticking their nose in somebody else's business. By the way, usually we say stick your nose in somebody else's business. All right. Wow, we're never going to make it through here. Okay. Anna's gone. Nada. Try number 8.
Sure. It was nice to meet your girlfriend last night. She's very nice. Too nice for you? Don't be so cheeky.
Yeah. Cheeky. You're being a little bit. Cheeky's a little bit playful, usually. You're being sarcastic. Okay. You're being cheeky. But usually it's used when it's not meant to hurt somebody.
Does it mean rude or...
Not really. It depends. If you're overly sensitive, I guess it could be rude. The person, I assume, is joking around with her best friend. She's very nice. Too nice for you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
because they're also being nice. It was nice to meet your girlfriend last night. Well, that's a very polite, nice thing to say. She's very nice. Too nice for you. All right, so brother, sister, best friend, joking around, being cheeky. Just kidding. Yeah, that's the idea. Okay, well, we're out of time. All right, I'll just give you these last few. Look at that Ferrari. I'd give my right arm for a car like that. Okay. I don't know why, but we say right arm. You pay an arm and a leg if you have to pay too much money, but I'd give my right arm for something. I guess because it's very valuable, part of your body. I just said it must have cost you an arm and a leg here, and it's got to be an arm and a leg. It sounds very strange. I've experienced when students say a leg and an arm, and I honestly, I couldn't understand what they meant for like 2 minutes. Oh, you mean an arm and a leg? It seems like it's not even an idiom if it's said backwards, so be careful of that. All right, don't take him too seriously. He's only pulling your leg. I mean, he's only kidding. He's being cheeky. He's just joking around with you. He's pulling your leg. Okay. If you're pulling my leg, maybe you're lying to me because just to be funny as well. How's your new job going? Not bad. I'm still finding my feet. Okay. You start a job, you get your feet wet, you start off, you're finding your feet at your new job, you're learning the ropes. Very much related. Okay, sorry, didn't realize we had so much material today. Had to kind of hurry through that last bit. Thank you very much, but it's time for me to go. Bye-bye. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.